I'm your host, Jeff Sart. We're going to take you behind the scenes with the craft distillers who are pouring their heart and soul into crafting the next version of America's spirit. This is the Great American Whiskey Cookers. Welcome to this edition of the Great American Whiskey Cookers. Hey, if you haven't already, like us on Facebook, YouTube, like our videos, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Even better yet, go to our Patreon site, join, become a member. You can get access to some behind-the-scenes stuff. Today, we are in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I'm here at Sideshow Spirits, and I'm talking with Kip and Cody. Cody's one of the owners. Kip is the master whiskey taster here. And behind me are all these little barrels. So we're walking around, we're doing all this stuff, we've done some tastings, and I said, hey, what the hell is this? And they say, well, that's our barrel selection program. Like, what the hell? Tell me about this. And these are like small little barrels. Yeah. So what is going on here?
So obviously, if somebody wants to come in, you or a business want to come in and buy a 53-gallon barrel, like you can go and buy a single barrel, come see us. We're all about it. But people like myself, we may want our own private barrel, but I don't need 250 bottles.
That's a lot.
You know? So we have these, they're about 6-gallon barrels that we fill with our various mash bills that we offer.
Can I pick whatever mash bill I want to put in it?
To a degree.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because of our small production area and time, we kind of have a rotation. Okay. So we kind of fill these to do a complete, like I want, 53, 22, like that would be a little bit more difficult for us because we're not making that.
Right.
So it has to be kind of within our realm. You get some freedom, but not complete, like I want to pick whatever. We're not doing quinoa and oat whiskey. No offense to those, I'm just saying.
But out of your mash bills, if I were to say, hey, I want to do a single malt.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to do a bourbon, or I want to do a rye.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay.
And definitely we have done some small runs, bottles that we don't even have out yet.
Yeah.
We've done some smaller because we're aging them, and we filled some small barrels. So, so this is going to yield, again, small barrel, you get rapid aging. Not really, but you can't lie about time. 2 years is still straight, no matter how big or small the barrel. But you get, with that surface area, you get a quicker aging aspect.
Right.
So we find that these are ready about a year and a half. They're really good. Really tasty. Whoever wants them is more than welcome to take them forever long they want. You buy it, put your name on it, we'll age it for you. So you're ready to come in, you do tastings, then you set your proof, you do a custom label, and then we always tell them you're buying the barrel. The caveat is legally you can't walk out of here with the barrel full.
Right. It has to be bottled.
It has to be bottled. But you do get the barrel after the fact.
Sure.
And so that's one of the fun things. And we do completely custom, which I know Cody's going to talk about. And that's, I think, one of the things that makes us unique. Is we're not just going to put a sticker on it.
Right.
Single barrel selection from. You can do a lot of different things.
And so how many bottles am I going to get out of a barrel?
I think depending on proof, I mean, we've had some guys do barrel strength where we're getting 25 bottles-ish. I think the most we've gotten out of one is somebody did like a 93 proof, and I think we got like 35 bottles out of it. So, yeah.
So reasonable.
Yeah.
And so something I could stock my bar with.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I were to do something like that.
A couple of one of the things like Kip touched on that I think is really cool is, the big barrel picks, the big boys, they'll have their whole label, right? And then you get a little tag at the bottom, which is fine. We offer a completely custom label, down to the texture of the label, down to the artwork, obviously the color, the copy, everything that they do is driven by that customer. So this is one of my favorites. We actually have become really good friends with this dude. Yeah. He comes back. He's a realtor in Alaska. Tim Whitney's his
Alaska.
Name. Alaska, yes. Not Nebraska. Alaska.
With an A.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So he's a realtor in Nebraska. He has family ties back here. He got invited by one of our Sideshow Society members, and he brings him in, and we just became friends with this dude. He's a whiskey lover, and he's like, I want to buy one of these barrels. We're like, okay, cool. What's your plan with it? And he goes, every time I sell a house, I give a bottle of whiskey as like a christening gift to this family. And he goes, normally I'll give away whatever, Buffalo Trace, or this is one of the big guys. He goes, I can do a fully custom whiskey. And so he's super excited. So Tim buys a barrel from us every year. Another really fun one that we did, a good buddy of ours that has become a good buddy, is Jason Walsh. He actually drives race cars. So there's a big kind of off-road race in Arnold, Nebraska called SORC, the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. So this one's pretty cool. We kind of had some good race elements in there for him, and then he even wanted to put bottled by James and Jason. So him and James went back there and bottled it. It's kind of cool how we incorporated all just kind of that racing look and aesthetic. So two of my favorites, but really to show people that we can do something fully custom. Great company gifts. Kip actually has been going to wedding shows, and people are doing these as like a bachelor gift, right? Every one of the grooms will get a custom bottle of whiskey, or they'll drink it at their wedding.
I need to make some friends with some people when we get married.
Right. So super fun program that we added in. We keep kind of just adding more on. We do have, everybody's fighting over this guy. This is actually the only rum barrel that we have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got in when we were first starting and doing everything.
Right.
We got in this big old vat of blackstrap molasses.
Sure.
And we did 100% blackstrap molasses rum.
Oh my God.
And honestly, it's turning out really, really good. So, yeah. So lots of fun things to be able to add in and add to people's celebrations and it's approachable for anybody, right? Like,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really, as opposed to spending the $10, $15, $20,000
Right.
to do a single barrel, I'm sure it's much more economically feasible,
Yeah.
a lot more approachable, right? Can they find information on your website about doing this?
Yeah, so we have all the information. You can actually purchase it right on the website. The thing that we offer too is you can come in anytime and check on your barrel, right? So if you want to hit up Kip and say, hey, I'm going to have a couple guys in with me this weekend. Can we taste where we're at? And he'll pull a little bit, thief some out of the barrel, and the guys will get to try it. And then on the end, they get to bring in a crew, 4-6 people, and we do a bottling party, right? So we'll pour some drinks. They can be drinking their whiskey. They put the first label on and help bottle it, and it's a really, really fun experience. So it's not just selling whiskey. It really is something that we're going to send them away with a story.
Yeah.
So
That's super fun. Where do they find you guys? How do they get in contact with you?
SideshowSpirits.com is the best way. Most active on social media, on Facebook, Instagram. Do our mailing list too. If you get on Sideshow Spirit, get on our mailing list. We try to really keep that active without inundating your spamming you too much.
Right.
And then physically, we're at 1630 P Street in downtown Lincoln, Nebraska.
Okay. You can find us at thegreatamericanwhiskeycookers.com. Kip, Cody, thanks very much for the whole. This is giving me all sorts of ideas. I mean, my brain's just like moving a mile a minute. You can find us at thegreatamericanwhiskeycookers.com. Check us out on the social. Subscribe to our Patreon page. We'd really appreciate it. Until next time, if you can't be good at it. See you. Ready for it to close? Okay, go ahead.